People, welcome back another show. I'm John, and tonight I'm going to do my press conference reaction. And wow, apparently he lasted only 4 minutes in there, taking questions from the BBC and the broadcasters, sort of thing. But he refused to take questions from the written media, which I think is an absolute false move. Because at the end of the day, the press want to know what's going to happen at the club. And when you decide to ban someone from the written press or ban the written press, then they can turn against you very, very quickly. And Steve Bruce is going to find it to his cost because the media, we need him more than anyone else, you know what I mean? But listen, if you put a like on and also subscribe if you are new, 7 away from 300 people, get me subs in. Yeah, baby. There you go. Right. There's been plenty of questions asked, though, within the 4 minutes, which is the quickest I've ever seen in my life for a press conference reaction. But my God, we got people like Craig Hope, Keith Downey, Chris Roth, and all others to ask in the question. Well, but the band was going to just a BBC setup, so I'm just going to get the first one up here. Okay, and it's came on a Craig Hope tweet. I'll just find out a sentence. Listen, I'm not very good at this. So there's the first one. Let's hear what Chrissy Roth have to say. Well, Bruce was asked about war flags, and he basically said it was about the protest at St. James's Park. And he replied, "Look, I understand their fans' disappointment. We have been on a poor run. All I can do is try and win tomorrow." Well, we haven't won for 10 games, Steve. So what's going to be different? And he added, "You're disappointed when you hear things like that, but I'm just focusing off the match ahead." He's trying to deflect the question, basically, sort of thing. He's just talking about the match. So that's Chris Roth tweeted that one out, sort of thing. For me, we're not going to win tomorrow because we're not good enough for the moment in time. And I want this manager sacked ASAP. He mentioned the word disappointment. Well, Steve, we as fans are disappointed we're not winning games. We are disappointed that you keep playing 5 at the back. We are disappointed that we're not allowed, the players not allowed to express themselves, yeah? And not all of that, Steve, right? You're being arrogant to the press who really likes you by banning the written press, the written media. They're going to turn their back on you. Do you know what I mean? You're having an easy ride, Steve. You're being lucky because there's fans in the stadium. You, my friend, will not get out of the stadium alive. Let's be real about that. So let's go on to what Miles Stainford said. For those asking, Steve Bruce wasn't asked by broadcasters why he wasn't taking questions from the written journalists. We can see that. So I'm going to go on to Sky's Keith Downing. Do you know what I'm doing here? Please. Get this up the same because I think I pressed the wrong button. This has been playing up today. It really has been playing up. That's better. Much better. Right, sorry about that. So I'm just going to get up what Keith Downing's been saying, because he's asked Steve Bruce quite a few questions, which I think is great. And please smash the like, sub, and subscribe if you are new. If I can get this up a second, because like I said, I'm quite new to this anyway. So yay, there you go. This is what Keith Downing. Right. Then Bruce was asking questions by Keith Downing, excuse me, from Sky Sports. And you've asked a few questions as the situation has become toxic. Do you think this is Bruce's reply? There's no disputing we're on a difficult run, so the quicker we can get the result, the better. All I can do is prepare best you can and focus on the challenge of Leeds. Well, it's a big challenge to win this game, Steve. And and basically, we're not winning games. We're 10 games out of win. What's going to be any better? And then Downing asked him, but can you see a result coming? He goes, I've seen little bits. We've got into some good areas and crossed it the other night. Confidence is a little bit lower, of course. It's been lower for the last 10 games. Our football's been shite. Let's be real about it. We can't string 2 passes together, yeah? We've only had 1 shot on target on Saturday, 1 shot on target against Arsenal, yeah? It ain't good enough. The players aren't happy. They look lost. I'm going to say this again. When Isaac Hayden goes over to Steve Bruce and say, what do I say? Then you're going to be in big trouble for that. There's clearly problems on the pitch, off the pitch. So, and move on to another question from Keith. Do you think the criticism of you has been unfair, disrespectful? And his answer, blankly, thank you, but I'm not going to get involved in that. But I'll let others make their minds up on that. I'll make my mind up, Steve. No, you have not been unfair. It's not disrespectful, right? He's asking legal questions there. So, at the end of the day, if you're not winning games, you're going to get criticised. As simple as that, okay? And he took a slight dig at Rafa Benitez on Friday in the press conference, yeah? And a slight dig on others as well, yeah? And you interrupt when you get interviewed, so it's just wrong. So, when you take it back, Steve, right, don't have a go at them. Just take it on the chin. It's been crap. Let's be real about that, you know? You are the worst manager, right, I've ever witnessed being a Newcastle fan, and I think others will agree with us. Yeah? So, banning the press and written media who's been supporting you, right, it's absolutely out of order and wrong. And now, those media you turned against, they're going to turn on you, because when the sauce goes south, believe you me, they are going to have you breakfast. Rats are coming, Mr. Bruce. The rats are coming. Yeah, you're going to chat a cat, dear. If I pronounce it right. And then Keith asks another question. What do you say to fans protesting that size in James's Park? I can understand the disappointment. That's the word of the week, isn't it? And how they feel. Would be on a poor run. All I can do is try and get the team as best shape as I can. But you're disappointed when you hear things like that. No, we're not. Fans aren't happy. We're not happy with the style you've been playing. You try to play about 3-4 formations. You can't. You don't know your best 11. You don't know your best tactics. You haven't got a clue. And the players are really peed off about it. And you have lost the dressing room. And I've said that many a time. So I'm just going to go onto the comments page. Hi, Gary. I hope you're okay, mate. Quicker Cabbage has gone to Bella not long ago. I hope he goes after the Leeds game. He should have gone. He should have gone after Liverpool last season. I've always said that. And my views will not change. Thomas, hiya, how are you? I hope you're okay. I hope you join us on the Two Reviews show out in the Neat at 8:30. And talking off the main man. Hello, mate. How are you, lads? From Paul. Paul, I hope you're okay, mate. I watched your video yesterday after the Villa defeat. And you was on form, my friend. You was on form, baby. So I'm going to go on to others as well, which I would love to get. This is an interesting one. I watched the Talk of the Toon, right, this afternoon, and it was written by Johnny Dawson. Now, you may not have heard of him. I haven't heard of him, to be fair. But it's not really a conspiracy action, but I am going to get it up, get one removed, and he made a brilliant write-up as well, which I'm just going to get up. And I'm just going to pick the bits of bones as well. Because this manager is being contradictive. He really is being contradictive. And he is an absolute... I mean, also, if he's answering one question, but answer the other one. Yeah? Very contradictive. So I'll speak down and say. And he made an absolute good point as well. I'll read it out. If Bruce's antics and banning the press haven't already turned you against him, I suggest considering who he thinks is to blame by his violence in Newcastle, because he doesn't think it's him. Well, I don't know what you guys make of it, right? Leave the comments in the comment section, right? And tell us what do you make of Bruce's attitude and actions at the press conference days, or 4 minutes, believe it or not, yeah? And this guy is getting an easy ride at the moment in time, because you're not allowed to ask him tough questions, yeah? But the media now will be asking them tough questions if they get that chance. And I could see a ban coming soon because, in my opinion, I don't want to say this, but he'd be gone. He's done. You can see the pressure on him. Do you know what I mean? He cannot take the pressure. He cannot take criticism. He doesn't like to be asked tough questions. Tough. That's what being a Newcastle United managers are like. You know what I mean? I mean, Rafa Benitez, this guy is absolute class because they respect him. Rafa respects the press respects Rafa. There's no argument between the two. He says it out like it is. Win, lose, and draw. I got Active Aaron, good evening to you. This is going to end so messy if Bruce stays much longer. So much anger towards him that voice expressive. This is going to escalate at scary level if it continues. Aaron, you're absolutely right, mate. You're so right. Apparently in the Chronicle, I think it might be Levi who wrote this today. He said that Steve Bruce could be staying on as Newcastle's manager until at least the end of the season. That's what's been written today. And if that is true to the form, if that is true, then believe you me, the club will be sinking like Titanic. You know why? Because Steve Bruce is a good little lad with Ashley, right? And he doesn't cause Ashley any problems at all. And I also heard from Luke Edwards as well a couple of days ago, where it was tongue in cheek that Ashley could offer him a long-term contract. Now, I could be wrong on that, but if that is true again, I'll suggest you fans do not ever turn up for the games until this carry sheet and this order get out of our club. We had 14 years of this, and I just don't want to see it ever again, honestly. And Paul says, his attitude to the fans is absolute disgrace. I actually hate that man. You're not the only one, Paul, mate. You're not the only one, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, right, Ashley doesn't listen to the fans. We all know that. They don't care. Do you know? I'm going to call him Winston Churchill from now on. Do you know I'm going to call him Winston Churchill? Because he put two fingers up at our fans and doesn't give a flying toss. If they don't care about us fans, why should we care about the club? You may as well change the sports to FC as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? Who cares? And I've got daily football. All right, mate. I hope you're okay. It's been a tough day today at work, you know. And then even said, need at least 46 points for our next 4 games, otherwise we're in trouble. Mate, we're in trouble already, mate. I was just going south in a minute. And the audience keeping us up in a minute is Fulham. And if Fulham saw winning the games, and Burnley, and West Brom, and Brighton, we will be in them on the dead minute at the moment. And once we're in the bottom 3, unless Bruce gets a sack, that is really going to be heading to the Championship. And I can guarantee there's no way we're going to get that promoted ever again. So I'm on the to review short and neat the Full Husband 8:30 alongside Peter Bradlock and my guy Barry, who's going to join my watch along tomorrow against Leeds at 6 o'clock. That's his James's Park. So that should be wow. There's going to be one winner there, and it ain't going to be us. So, and another I want to speak about as well, off the cuff, is Jamal Lascelles. He's our club captain, right? I'm not being funny, but do you think it's time for him to speak to Lee Chandley or Mike Ashley and just say to them, look, we're not happy with our football being played. We definitely need a change in the manager, yeah? Not bringing in Graham Jones in, because apparently he's coming in either tomorrow or Wednesday to be another assistant manager. I've never known that a football club has had 3 assistant managers at any one time. And they also brought in Ben Dawson from the youth coaching side into the setup as well. I'm sorry, but they should change the manager. Change the manager. Get in Nigel Pearson, Eddie Howling, or someone who knows exactly what they're doing to keep this club up. Yeah, Steve Bruce has lost the players, and he looks well stressed. But then again, so for this is going to be his last game in football. And Active Aaron again say it's dangerous the way Bruce taunts his fans. No, we cannot voice in the stadium. Now banning the press. The mass went up in anger. It's going to eventually present itself. Well said, Aaron. Well said, killer. Do you know what it is? Our club is like being in North Korea. Yeah? It should be Northeast Korea. Because you know why? Because that football club is a controlling football club. Yeah? They control the fans, control the press. They don't like to be bullied. But when you bully them, like the press has done, they just either ban us or they can't ban the fans because personally, we're the paying customers, yeah? But I just hope that it's going to the stage now, but if people want to go and watch Newcastle under this leadership, under this board, you carry on, you go for it. But what you're doing, you're just backing Ashley, you're backing Bruce, and maybe the team as well. But I just don't know what to say on that. But all I would say is now, once the fans get back into the stadium, wherever that may be, and Bruce is still there, I guarantee you one thing, he will not last 90 minutes. And that's the only time he's going to face if he's still his manager. So there you go. And like I said, I'm going to wrap this up very quickly. Yeah, I've got other things to do before 8:30. And daily football side, the players look deflated and really low at the moment. We really need a change of manager to give the players a lift at the end of the day. If we stay up, it's because of the players and not the manager. That's very true, Avon. That's very true. The players won't do it themselves, yeah? Once across the right line, if you don't want to play for the manager, please play for the badge. Play for the fans or do it for the fans. But don't do it for Bruce. Just play your own game. And if he doesn't like it, then he's the one who's got to walk. And talking about walking, Tony Castellino said on Talk Sport the other day, he'd be better off resigning because he thinks he cannot turn his club around. But does he really need to stay at the club? Look, the football club is a fantastic football club, but I'm afraid it's being run by a bunch of monkeys. Lauren Hardy, Delaney, Lee Chandley. We never heard of him. We haven't heard of him for what, months? Is he on furlough? Has he been laid off? Or is he selling the club? Who knows where he is? This is the CEO's gonna basically communicate more with us. And they're not. They lied again. They're lying to the fans again. Yeah, but they don't like being criticised, you know? I mean, to be quite honest, I think our club should be based in North Korea because, to me, like I said earlier, they're controlling club. So, what can I say about the press conference? All of 4 minutes. Very few questions. Yeah? Bruce is under real pressure. Well, it has to be real pressure for months anyway. The guy, for me, he needs to walk. If he loses tomorrow, he has to walk. What's he waiting for? For a payout? Is he waiting for his compensation, 1.5 million? That's chicken feed today. No one is the lowest paid manager in the league. He was so desperate to take the job and hasn't worked out. Never wanted him in the first place. And this is it. This is it. And for me, I'm just so despondent, so depressed, and so unhappy supporting this team. As more, always gonna love Newcastle United. I've always gonna love their passion. But at the end of the day, it has sucked life out of us. And most other Newcastle fans are so horrible to be a fan in a minute. And he better win tomorrow for that reason. And I've got to do a watch along as well for that as well. So it's a part of my content, which I'm going to do. So if you tell us what you think, guys, and leave your comments in the comment section, like and subscribe to us. I've got 293. I need another 7 more to make it a magic call 300. I've got Tom said I never want to look at cabbage, never look at a cabbage press conference again. Neither do I. Lose tomorrow. Be sad. Look at Frank Lampard today. He seemed sad today. After what, 18 months as Chelsea's manager? How can you sack a legend, man? Listen, he needed time. He needed lots of time at Chelsea. Yeah, they spent what, £230 million, but he wasn't given a chance. And I feel sorry for Frank because I think he's tried his best, but I think he needed another season with those players. But I think the players have let him down quite badly. But the Leicester game away, where he got beat, horrible performance, made his mind up. But that's managing Chelsea, I'm afraid. If you don't do the business at Chelsea, I mean, you can win the double like Carlo Ancelotti has done, you still get sacked. That's Chelsea for you. That's working for Abramovich. So, and Ethan, I hope you're okay, kid. Bruce won't walk. Makes no sense for him. if that was me, I'll wait to be sacked and get the compensation package. Rumours to be around £1.5 million. And also as well, it's assistant managers as well, assistants as well, Agnew and Stephen Clements as well. And for me, it's just, what can I say? What can I say? Ash don't want to pay out the money. Yet, he's paying up to £100,000 a week for Atsu, Lassar, and Savir, who have not been kicking the ball in anger for the past couple of seasons, man. Do you know what I mean? So he's wasted what? Best part of £5 million on those three players. So those three, those three just going to stick around to the end of the season, milk the club, and just say, I'm chilling. I'm not going to go anywhere yet. I'm on the rest to go. I'm chilling, baby. I'm chilling. I'm going to get as milk as much as I can out of this club because they know full well they're not going to get that sort of wages at another club. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you one thing. Yeah, good comment there, Ethan. There, well done, mate. And Paul said, "I never felt so lured as a Toon fan as I do now. I'm with you 100%, my friend." And he also said, "Booze won't walk away because he knows no one won't give him another job because, quite rightly, he as much use as a chocolate teapot." Well, the chocolate teapot and the cabbage here doesn't grow together, but yeah, Paul, I know what you mean, my friend. You're right. And why not Settlement FC said, "From being sacked today was inevitable, big club mentality." And he also said, "How you doing, John?" "I'm good, pal." Yes, I'm doing fine. I mean, I had a busy day today at work, and I had to do 2 long-distance deliveries today, which is not fun, but hopefully I'll get an early fish tomorrow. And Ethan again said, "To be fair with Lampard, they bought the wrong players. If they were looking for short-term success, looked like Frank was trying to build for a long-term future. I would have given Lampard another 6 months. I'll probably give him another season, personally, do you know what I mean, to get things right. And if he doesn't do it, then cool." Would you take Frank Lampard as Newcastle's manager? Probably not this season, but if Boost gets binned, would you take Frank? Or do you think the job's too big at the minute? So I got Tonight with TV, Silent Treatment FC. Yes, James, baby. Yes, James. I hope you're okay, mate. And we're going to miss you tonight on the show at the Neat Like. But you're absolutely right. It's like North Korea FC, Sports FC. You name it, you got it, baby. It's absolutely, I mean, the club's a joke, man. It really, really is. And we as fans has got to pay season tickets for what, 500, 600, £700. Some people's got to pay that. And this is the treatment you get from these buffoons in charge, man. I think Lee Charney, personally, the job's too big for him. One of these days, his head's going to explode. Egghead, I'm going to call him. Egghead. He looks like an egg, doesn't he? Real talk, baby. Real talk. I got Thomas here again. I would take anyone to stage. And Toon, if you pause it, that's exactly what we shouldn't. That's exactly what we shouldn't be known as, Sharky. The noise is deafening. You're too true, my friend. Too true, baby. And I got Daily Football, so I would take him as manager as the players are looking for a boost. That's all we need right now. If the manager can boost the players' confidence, then say that should stay up. That's fair enough, Ethan. That's a good point, kid. And James said, "I want to give others a chance of a voice." Yeah, I'll agree with you there. And the new manager, if you look up to Frank Lampard, for example, right, and say, look, he might not have done it at Chelsea, but he's a big name. The guy is a champion. He's won everything in the book. He's won everything. Yeah, he's won the Champions League. He's won titles. He's won trophies, yeah? And I think Chelsea were on the stack, in my opinion, if you know what I mean. But that's the way they operate. And Tim said, "Well, so Paul, mate." Hey, James, and me. I let you off, my friend. Let you off. But I got quite a few people watching live in a minute. But hey, I'm happy with what I've got in a minute, like, you know. So I've got Thomas. I do think it's the worst player this season. Fair enough. And James, I wanted to give others a chance on Paul's Monday night show of a voice. Yeah, that's fair enough, James. That's fair enough. I mean, if you can have a rest from it, sort of thing, that's cool because you might be busy, you know. So it's nice to give others a chance, which is great, you know, and give them a chance as well, which is great. We've got Barry coming on to Neat Like. I'm going to do a watch along with him tomorrow. because he wanted to come and do it. So I'll get people booked in. I've got shows to go to as well, man. I've got to go on to Albert JTV, Arsenal fan. I've got to go on to Over and Over channel as well at some stage, another Arsenal fan. And it's all cool. And Paul said, John, how you doing to getting Jordan out of this club? Remember, you're a secret agent. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, I'm quite happy driving him to Brazil on a Copacabana beach, right? And he should take a new career as a male model. That's who he should be, a male model. Because at the end of the day, he ain't a footballer. Never a footballer, ain't a footballer. And I came on Anytime Paul's knows where the messages, yeah. You know what it is, James? It's great for you to come on because we like you, man. We like you because you says it how like it is, you know what I mean? And you don't suffer fools. And that's what I love about you. You're the guy, baby. And even said the season ticket situation's a joke, to be honest. Been paying for 2 seasons. I think they should have forced the tickets if they cannot sure how it all works. They're still taking money out, apparently. So I was told, and I think that's flipping wrong. Conning the fans. Again, Ashley doesn't listen to the fans, right? And then James said, "What? I'm not going to mention that. I'm bad." I just think, yay. Go on, baby. So let me just start saying. That's cool. That's better. That's better. What am I putting that for? No idea. God, come on, John. Get to the page, man. And I got Thomas again. Sorry, man. What do you think about worst? Who do you think of the worst player of the season? Oh, I could think of a couple. Joe Linton's one of them. Jeff Hendricks another. Sean Longstaff's been a disappointment. Jamal Lewis, disappointing for me. Emil Crap. You know, that's all I'm going to call for that. Emil's crap. He's the worst of the lot, really. One of the worst of the lot, yeah. But John Joe Shelby's been disappointed. Matty Longstaff's been fine. Isaac Hayden's he's been good. He's been good. But for me, he's got to be Cardolo. He's the best of the lot. Without him this season, he saved our ass this season. We'd have been bottom 3. And James said, I don't understand the point with Graham Jones. More money wasted. Apparently, it's a 6-figure sum. Would have been better off sacking the manager, to be honest with you, and get someone in, someone fresh in, sort of in a different voice to turn these players into good players. Look, we've got good players there. You know, there's a DNA in the team, but there's no blueprint. No blueprint at all in that team. I was sacked Bruce off for 1.5 million as well. I would as well, but then again, you got a sack of their assistants as well, about 150 grand each, so it takes about £3 million. And Paul said the Jones thing is complete fast to me. It's like the club are accepting that Bruce is shite. Wow. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, Graham Jones is going to talk to Steve Bruce. Is Bruce going to listen to him? I doubt it very much. That just goes to show that Steve Bruce is weak. He's a weak manager with weak mentality. And the guy is out of staff at this club. The club's too big for him. Too big for him. And Tom Sale will play Ashley to get rid of Cabbage as well. It's like having me content call, ask you some questions, you know what I mean? Which I think is great. I'll be pretty good at that as well, mind, you know. And I can't see to another game anytime soon. James, I said that after the Leeds game. We'll not be winning another game after the boost. And at the minute, I'm on a roll, baby. I'm on a roll. And I agree with you, my friend. And Thomas, I hope we don't sign Phil Jones. Thomas, I want to take Grace Jones or Tom Jones, we've got honestly used, you know what I mean? They both got talented players there. I'd rather take Desmond Decker. Legendary singer as well, mind, you know? Oh, man alive. So, nah, Phil Jones, no thank you. He hasn't played for a couple of seasons. Well, man, he's injury prone. Dr. Jones. Is that Hillary Jones by any chance? Dr. Jones, call it Dr. Jones. Yay. Oh, man, it's mad tonight. It's absolutely mad. It's supposed to be the first comes reaction, but hey, just ask us anything, do you know what I mean? If you guys haven't checked out the latest video I've done last week with Claire Williams, the Manchester United fan, check it out because I'll tell you something, she was absolutely wonderful. We talked about all things United, and bit of Newcastle in it as well. But she's absolutely fantastic, and I love to chat to her again. And yeah, I got a couple people watching, but they're still not messaging us to talk. That's fair enough. If you don't want to watch us, don't message us. If you want to watch us, if you don't want to message us, that's fine. No problem. As long as you get those watchers up as well. Loads of them. So I think I better wrap this up, Ashley, because I've got to get myself prepared for Paul's show. And if you like me videos, can you please like and subscribe? And please, 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 I need another 7 people on my show. And I'll just read this out quickly. Steve Bush should never have denied the press. They know what it is, so I want to talk about that quickly, right? I mean, you're right there, mate. You're right. He's the media lover, right? He loves the media, right? And they think he's great. Not. But to turn away on the media, to do that, the media will turn on you. If you get beat, you are going to get absolutely ripped apart, Steve. You really will. And now, that's the worst thing he's ever done. Terrible. And then two noms say, take care. John, you take care as well, mate. And thanks for watching us. And the two of you, his press conference is always the same anyway, mate. Is have a go at the fans, etc. I don't want to jump through the screen and knock this cabbage heater flat on the floor. I can see you doing that, my friend. I can see you doing it. And then see you at the two of you. Yeah, come and join us anytime, my friend. And Paul, I can picture it. Listen, Steve Bruce is not doing himself any favours whatsoever. He's not winning any fans over there. He's not winning the media. And how on earth the club allowed this to happen? They got themselves to blame for that as well. So my opinion is he's under pressure. The guy's finished. It will not be at a job until the end of the season, despite the Chronicles saying that he could be staying until at least the end of the season. If that is true, then prepare for the championship, guys. It's going to happen. So, listen, I'm going to get myself prepared for the next show, 8:30. And listen, I was going to be late. And then Steve Bruce is adding more fuel to the fire. Do you know what it is? I hope the fire explodes on his face, because I'll tell you something. He started this, he caused this, and unfortunately, it's just going to backfire on him spectacularly. But if you get beat tomorrow heavily, I hope the BBC and the broadcasters dig him out. I really do hope he digs down. I hope the written press do what you want. Make his life hell, because we want this guy out of the club. So, not good, not good, not good. So, I had a few people on Twitter as well today were saying about Bruce, not just Newcastle fans. I've found some Man U, Everton, Arsenal, even Celtic are saying that Steve Bruce is not the man for Newcastle and he is going to ruin our club. The club's a mess from top and bottom. And getting Graham Jones in, I don't think that's going to achieve now, It won't. Listen, I'm going to give me double rest now, yeah? And I'm going to get myself wrapped up. Listen, thanks so much for joining us, guys. It's been fantastic. I love you all. And I'm going to do another content soon. But please, please check us out tonight on the Toon Review show. And check us out with Baz tomorrow night on the watch along from 5:30 or earlier than that. So you take care, guys. Cheers, Tom. And I shall speak to you later. Later, peeps. Later.